welcome in to episode 5 of our Let's Play Humankind series, specifically featuring my favorite strategy in the game, the Harbor Strat. We are about to implement phase, I don't know, maybe 2 of our Harbor Strat plan in this episode. We are going to move up from the ancient era, and that means we have to get our havens in. So the first thing we're going to do is look at havens, talk about haven placement, and why we're going to do what we're doing, and we're going to purchase in all of our havens for an absurdly low price because the Harbor Strat is completely OP, and it's a lot of fun to play. So, without further ridiculous things from me, let's jump into the game. Here we are, our beautiful capital city of Byblos. Now, we have a couple of things that we need to keep an eye on and pay attention to as we get into this episode. Number 1, we have just a few turns before we're going to move up. And we know that because we put in a claim on this island and we put in another claim down here. That's 3 turns. Once these are in and we can place our havens in these territories, those are our final kind of perfect haven VOC locations, and so we will be ready to move up. That coincides pretty exactly with our goal of moving up before we research all techs, right? We don't want to burn any of our research, and again, because we ended up playing this on Hamlet in order to be able to choose all of the different cultures that we want to properly show off the Harbor strategy. We're going to be right on pace for that, right? We got 1 turn in masonry, 4 in organized warfare. My bet is that we pick up some extra science along the way. We probably have about 3 turns until we hit that line. So 3 turns. It's turn 56 right now. We should be right around turn 60 when we do our move up. I feel like that's pretty normal for a game moving out of the ancient era and into the classical at that point. So we can do a quick check on our stars. We don't have any of the merchant stars, and that's actually going to be a problem for us moving forward, is that we're not going to get these until a little bit later. We will optimize our money, and we'll start cranking money. It will be ridiculous, but it's just not going to happen until we get some territories attached, which we're actually waiting on specifically because of what we're going to show off today in this episode. We've got some aesthete stars. We'll pick up another one, right? We're going to pick up at least 1 more aesthete star. The diplomat stars are darn near impossible to get at the start of a game, especially if you happen to start on your own continent like I have in this game. The diplomat stars are just ridiculously hard to get early game. Our builder stars, we should hopefully be able to get a builder star, at least 1 builder star, but we're going to be kind of low on stars here heading out of the ancient era, and that's fine. We have all our science stars, which we already knew. We've got all our agrarian stars, and I think we're going to pop at least 1 more expansionist star here, because I am going to go ahead and attach some of our interior territories if we have enough influence to be able to do that. We never ended up going to war. We didn't have anyone on our continent. No free people showed up, so we didn't get any military stars either. Again, I'm okay with this. The one that I'm sad about is the merchant one, and that's just because we're not attaching our territories. We'll start to generate money as we continue through the game, and all we got to do is put in some of our luxury resources. Once we start getting these luxuries online, which we're starting to do, in fact, we have how many turns? 10 turns. We just used our power investor, so we'll get some of that online as we go about things here. The big thing that we need to do in those 3 turns, we're probably going to do it on the final turn, is we need to put in all of our havens. So here we see all of our havens are there. Let's take a look at the haven really quickly so that we know what we're going to do when we place them. Here is the haven. This is the Phoenicians' emblematic district. It is a very powerful district. Number 1, resource exploitation. Everything. Food, industry, money, and science for resource exploitation. The standard -10 stability per district, +2 money per adjacent coastal water or adjacent lake. So we want the haven to be surrounded by coastal water if at all possible. We also get a farmer slot and a trader slot. That's huge. That's 2 population limit increase for this district. That's big, okay? Plus we're getting money, plus we're exploiting food and industry if it's in water. So really we're really mostly only going to be getting food. There's a couple of industries that sit on water tiles as well. It counts as a harbor. It counts as a farmer's quarter. And it counts as a market's quarter. This thing is a pretty beastly emblematic district. So here's something that we're going to think about. The Haven has adjacency bonuses for coastal water. The Kothon of the Carthaginians, who we're going to move up to next in this episode, the Kothon has adjacency bonuses next to water as well. Now, we're gonna go with the Swahili and the Bandari. The Bandari does not have any adjacency bonuses due to coastal water. The regular harbor, which is our fourth of the harbors we're trying to get, right, for our perfect VOCs when we pick up and move to the Dutch, the harbor has no adjacency bonuses for water either. The harbor has adjacency bonuses for market quarters, which conveniently the VOC warehouse is, which conveniently the Haven is, and which conveniently the Kothon is as well. And I believe even the Bandari counts as a market quarter too. I can't remember that one. Look, what's going to happen here is some optimal placement to ensure that our Havens and our Kothons get the best water around them, and that the harbor gets situated in between all of those things. Now, our harbor is going to be one of our last ones we put in, right? We're going to put that in when we move up to the Dutch, right? As soon as we hit the Dutch, the harbor will finally pop up for us. We can't build harbors until we get to the Dutch, because our option for harbor is always going to be Haven, Kothon, Bandari, and then it will actually switch out after that to the Dutch VOC warehouse will be our emblematic, and so we won't have a harbor replacement emblematic, and so then we'll be able to actually place the regular harbors. We want the harbor to be as surrounded as possible by market quarters, because that's going to make it as effective as possible, and we want the Haven and the Kothon to be surrounded as much as possible by coastal water. So that's going to be how we run our placements as we get into placing districts. Let's hit the next turn button and we'll progress through. We're not going to place the Havens quite yet because, again, we actually don't need to. Now, if we were min-maxing this, we probably would just go ahead and place them, because that would probably leave us with some leftover influence, and we probably could get some attachments in for our main city. Our goal here is we want to attach, if you look at our territories, we want to attach our main city, our capital, to this interior territory. So we're not going to be able to buy in any of our emblematic districts for cheap influence in this. So we can actually attach this one. Why are we not attaching the rest of them? Because we want to purchase in those emblematic harbors with influence for very cheap. Incredibly cheap is what we want. And so that's what's going to happen when we do that. So that's going to happen with the Kothon. It's going to happen with the Bandari. We're going to be able to basically place those in the optimal position for minimal influence. It's going to be super easy. Now, the downfall is we don't get the benefits of those territories until then, right? So we're building population in those territories. We're getting science from it because we chose, which importantly is part of this strat now that I've decided, is we chose the science one where you get per pop science when you get the science stars in the initial Neolithic era. I can't remember what it's called right now, but we chose that one. So we're actually generating science out of all of our outposts, and we're generating food out of all of our outposts. We're not getting any of the other bonuses until we attach them in. That's just how outposts work. So we need to buff up our cities a little bit. So we're going to actually do a claim next to Sidon as well. So this is another interior territory here. So we want to get a claim in on this interior territory, attach it to Sidon. We're going to get another city. This is going to be another city because of the rivers and everything down here. And then we're going to attach in this territory as well with all of these beautiful luxury resources. So we're going to put a claim in here, turn that into a city eventually, and we're going to put a claim in here and attach that. So each of our cities we're going to go with a 3-city setup is what I think on the continent. Each of our cities will have one interior attachment just to buff them up a little bit, right? Give them a little bit of extra stats because you want to be attaching to your cities to make them bigger and better. So we want to keep pace at least in that way. But otherwise, we're not going to attach our outer kind of territories for quite some time. We may need a 4th city somewhere. I'm not quite sure where yet. Again, we're trying not to overexpand. I mean, there's a perfect VOC right here. In fact, there's 2 spots for it. This would be a really nice grab for us, to be honest. But it is on someone else's continent. And I don't want to push. Again, we're playing on Hamlet. I don't want to push into other people's continents. Now, if we fully settle this whole thing and we're fully claimed up in our own continent, then we can push out onto other people's continents. Or if we find the new world, then we can go ahead and obviously go and claim that. Okay, so let's hit the next turn button and we will move into the rest of what we are doing. Okay, masonry has been researched. Wonders can be claimed. We decided we didn't want to claim a wonder. right? The only one that's left available is Temple of Artemis. Now, we are going to think about claiming some wonders to buff up our harbor strat a little bit, but we'll get there when we get there. All right, we have a couple turns to be able to grab this, so let's go ahead and jump on river. We'll go pick up this curiosity, which interestingly, oh yeah, spawned in this territory, which we just put the claim in for, so no big deal there. We just got our religion online. Let us see if we are the first. We are indeed the first to get our religion online. So now we get to start buffing up our harbor strat in pretty insane ways. Now, this is going to break our outposts for a little while because they're all going to be producing way too much food. However, it's going to be worth it. This is going to be worth it in the end. So normally you're looking at probably abstain from intoxicants. +2 industry on forest, woodland, and on religious district is, in my opinion, by far and away the best early tenant that you can get. There are others that can be good if you're looking for a little bit of extra money. Reject luxury will definitely get you that, especially if you have a lot of luxury resources. If you're looking for stability on river is actually huge. That makes rivers like just the most OP thing in the game after you get your infrastructures in, because you'll be getting food, you'll be getting industry, and you'll be getting stability on rivers, which is pretty crazy. It makes rivers very powerful. So you've got a lot of rivers. This can be a good way to go. You've got mountain bonuses for influence if you're among mountains. This one, there's a lot less strategic resources on the map than there are of luxuries, and so Seek Wisdom I feel like is a little bit weak, but +5 science early game can be really nice, so it's not bad. If you're going to war, these two also can be good if you're going to be in the war mindset. We, however, will be going with Respect the Sea's Bounty. +2 food on coastal water, on lake, and on religious district. This is going to make our harbors that we're putting in claim +2 food on every single one of the tiles that they're exploiting, which is very, very nice. So we're going to take Respect to the Sea's Bounties because harbor strat. Let's pick a new building, actually, before we do this. I like to use... Look, we're going with something with water on it. Let's use the... I like this one. This one's real nice. We got... It's in the water. We're going to pick this one. So let's go with that, and then we will choose this tenant. Boom. And we'll change the name of our religion here in a second as well. But there's our lovely building. There's Respect the Sea's Bounties, and now we'll be spreading our religion as we go. Let's go ahead and make that religious name change now. Harbors are us. Done. Our religion is now called Harbors Are Us. A place where you can get all of your harbor needs. And you never grow up. Okay. Somebody's offering us a treaty. That's beautiful. Share maps. That's fine. I just want to maintain good relationships with everybody. Again, we're on Hamlet. Would it be a little bit different if we weren't? Yeah, we would have to build up a military and actually actively manage our diplomacy, but we want to trade as much as possible. So that's what we're doing. So we're going to propose trade everything. We want to be able to trade all of our stuff. And how much money do we have? We have 194 money. Let's check.
Is intriguing.
Ebony would be great, actually. Industry on Plaza is wonderful. 54 gold. That's wonderful. We also want horses at this point. We do have our horse barns in. We don't need copper, so let's go ahead and skip that for right now. We've got both of our salts. Marble would be perfectly fine, actually. Let's see if we have 98 gold. Let's check the rest of them just in case. We did meet some more people.
Let us speak honestly with each other.
Oh, we can't grab the horses. We have 2 turns to get that treaty. We have the papyrus. We accidentally bought some gemstones. That was bad on our part. We should not have bought the gemstones. Gemstones are way too expensive and almost never worth it. So if we're going to buy anything, I like the marble as a buy, but they're a little bit more expensive, so we're going to have to hold on to those. So that's fine. We'll keep an eye on our relationships.
No doubt this independent people possess sophisticated customs, rights, language, and beliefs.
Yes?
I do hope you're going to treat them well.
I sure will try. Gungmulu is right up here. That is on... Wow, that is a nice, large continent. But it's empty of... Well, it's got some good resources up there. There's some nice salt up there. Someone better go settle up here. Otherwise, that's a nice target for us. Maybe coming all the way up here at some point. Oh, look at this. Look at the perfect VOC here. Oh. Actually, probably right here. With, like, the harbor sitting here, just surrounded by... Oh, my goodness. This would have been... That would have been gorgeous. Plus, I mean, look. The Gunung Mulu is a absolutely wonderful wonder. Like, that's a really good one. All right, well, we're just gonna...
Off we go.
Oh, we just got share maps. That's right, we got share maps with Sarge down here, and so that's why we can see a lot of stuff now. But we're just exploring for curiosities. That's
so,
also what
will
this
this
guy's
independent people be an ally or an enemy? A barrier or a blessing?
Calm
Their
down,
future
man!
may not be in their hands.
This guy's just going back and forth looking for curiosities. As is this guy. And in fact, who are we going to send to go get this claim in? This guy, I guess, can go... No, wait. This guy's already here. This guy's already here. This guy can go get this claim, I guess, if we want to. So this guy is in... Where are we going to put the claim in? Did we decide right here, probably? That is a 16.5, but this is a 14.7, and it's a double... It's double river. The other option would be actually up here, which looks bad right now, but then once we claim this territory, would actually end up with a lot of river. But this has got 4. I think this is fine. The 14.7 is probably a good claim. Now, this burns a bunch of our influence, so we're actually going to hold on that. So I'm just going to take this guy and leave him right here. Well, I guess we'll go over here. And then we'll go back. Then we'll go back over here to our claim spot. These guys are just exploring. All right, this guy. All right, yeah, put this claim in. Oh yeah, I want to see what this is.
Right.
It's a nice little 3. We probably could move our outpost over here at some point if we need to. We'll think about it. Let's just fully explore this area. Okay. These guys are running through Akkad's territory. Where are we going? So the Akkadians just put in. We have not actually developed relationships with any of these yet. We probably should as we go. That's almost a winning fight. With a scout?
Off we go.
Fine. We're not looking to pick fights with the free peoples. All right, this guy can actually come in and get ready to put in a claim over here. So let's go ahead and get him into a good position. Probably going to go like right up here somewhere. Oh man, actually, yikes. This territory is a mass of river. That's almost a full surround. However, there's going to be even better spots in here. Probably down here. Right here is like a full surround river. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's got to be right here, I think. That's a wild spot. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're kind of just exploring with these guys, so we'll keep that. All right, Icarus is expanding pretty nicely. I've got to pick our last tech. That's the only one we have available in this. So we got 4 turns. 4 turns till we move up. Well, 4 turns till we have a forced move up. There's our estate star that we were waiting for. We got some resources that we're selling, so that's going to help us. We do have our outposts are already losing population. We're in the lose gain kind of space right now. Oh, where'd those guys just go?
All right.
Oh, hold. Go back this way. Saw curiosity that spawned behind us. Of course it did. Of course it did. All right, these guys are going to just continue exploring in our own territory. We've got outposts to put down there still. We're going to grab this. Where are these guys going? I guess that's a claim that we can make at some point. So we're basically... This guy's just exploring at this point. So we'll just pop him back out into this land.
Follow me.
You want to keep him in territories that are unclaimed, because that's going to get you the best potential gains.
Yeah.
Let's just see where this ends.
At the catch.
There's not going to be... Yeah, so there's no islands out here. Oh, wait, what is this? What is this little piece of land right here? Oh, that's part of this. Oh, that's fascinating. So this goes all the way and connects to here. Wait! That's very interesting. This territory connects all the way through to here. Huh. Well, that's very unique. All right, so we'll just keep this guy in the water. He'll just go over here and continue his exploration. Do we keep going north here? Oh, we just got maps with Nox as well. Yeah, we'll just keep going this way.
No doubt this independent people possess
Indeed,
sophisticated
Mr. Narrator.
customs. Not everything worth appreciating was forged by human
Salar
hands.
di Uyuni. Oh, there we are. Bewitching landscape. Brilliant with salt flats. Oh, that's cool. +3 food per farmers and +2. Oh, wow. That's an excellent wonder. That is an excellent wonder. These guys got access to it. That's really nice wonder. All right, so I think we're just going to move these guys. Where did we say we were putting them? Right here, I think. All right. We have 345 influence, so we should be pretty good. But we'll start putting in our havens here in just a second, so we don't waste influence. Again, I'm not min-maxing right now. I'm sole focusing on just the harbor strat right now. So that's something to think about, is I'm not playing this in a min-maxy sort of way. We wouldn't want to hold on to 345 influence this long normally. We would want to be spending it and actually getting new outposts in, or making claims, or just putting the havens in. I'm just waiting because I want to make sure we get the havens in at the right timing. So that's what we're doing right now. All right. +3 influence on territories if following your state religion. This is definitely something I want. That's going to get us extra food in our cities. And because it's going to bump us up into the final tier towards our geopolitical spectrum towards world. Is it worth the 48 right now? That's like one haven. I think we have enough to get our havens in. So we're going to enact this now just to get this +3 influence. Yeah. +3 influence per territory is pretty big. So let's just...
It all sounds well and good.
We don't need our... This is our city cap one. We don't need that yet. And we don't need this one quite yet. Although religious district reduction in production is very good. Okay, so we end turn. We've got a bunch of people converting to our religion. Oh, no, they're converting to other religions. That's Harbors Are Us and Harbors Are Us. It's actually a funny religion name. I'm chuckling now at my own religion name. Wonderful. All right, attitude changed. Hopefully that was positive and not negative. We've got people moving. These guys are coming back. This. And again, if we were min-maxing this, these guys would all be split up because we're at peace with the people here, so we had split these guys up. I'm trying to not over-cheese being on Hamlet. And so I'm just keeping these guys as an army for now, so that I'm not over-exploring the land, basically. I could be grabbing so many curiosities that it would kind of break the game. We'd be getting just too much. So I tried to keep some guys together, so we weren't kind of overplaying our hand there. All right, this guy's where I want him to be, so he's going to sit. This guy is just doing some exploration, so we'll just move him in this direction. And there's our next curiosity. Want to collect as many of those as we can, and we're gonna go north with these guys. I guess we can stay on river here, just try to explore a little bit. Clear a little bit of that fog. Ooh, very nice. The Danakil Desert. Man, some really nice natural wonders on this particular map. I guess we can cut across here. I'm not opposed to this. We'll cut across and kind of just bust up the fog over here. All right, this guy's just gonna end up. Sure, over here. Okay, these are in. So we are ready to put Archothons down. I believe our science just finished. Yeah, so this is our move up turn. All right, here we go. We got to it. So we want to put in our beautiful and lovely havens. Our havens are excellent. They are a beautiful district, as we just went over. And we want to put them in the right spot. So we'll just start with one of them and kind of move our way through. Again, we're putting them in before we put in any of our artisans' quarters. And the reason for that is because once we put in the artisans' quarters, they count as a district. And so it actually increases the price of our harbors if we do it that way. For whatever reason, if you put in the harbors, it does not increase the cost of the artisans' quarters, at least not as much if it does at all. I don't know exactly why that all works that way, but we want to put the havens in first. So havens are adjacent to water. Here is our perfect spot, right? So our VOC warehouse is going to go right here. So we select our haven. They want us, of course, to put it down here because it's worth the most because there's more open water down there. You'll notice as well as we're looking at this, 3 food instead of 1 on all of our coastal tiles. That's because of the tenant we picked. It's going to increase our food by a ridiculous amount. So what we want is to focus on getting those VOC warehouses to be as perfect as possible. Now, here's what we're going to probably do. We probably want this one right here is probably going to be the one we want to be our harbor because we're going to put the VOC here and we can actually just put market quarters all the way around it and then we'll get another one right here. So optimally, we'll probably put our Kothon here. We put our haven right here, our harbor, and our Bandari. That's probably how this one's going to go. So we're going to come up here. We can see it's a 21.5. It's 21.6 over here. So we're going to go over here with this one. take the extra gold. The Kothon might actually be a better placement over here, but it's going to be good either way. Now, we're not going to be optimizing our food situation necessarily because we're not spreading our harbors out, but again, and it doesn't have to be perfect necessarily, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. Oh yeah, we're gonna get all our builder stars when we do this, by the way, because we're gonna be putting all that in. So for a cheap price of whatever ludicrously small amount of influence that was, there it goes. Our haven is in. Oh man, the havens are so cool too. Look at that. Look at the look. We got elephants right here. Oh man. Plus there's nothing on this tile. It's just. Okay, let's come over here. What are we doing with these guys? Are we going north or what? I guess we were, huh? Is this a passable tile?
Not in this one. Only in the mine.
No, it's not. Okay. No worries. This guy's just gonna keep walking this way.
Come over here.
Is that an aggressive Free Peoples? Because I don't like that.
So, will this independent people be an ally or an enemy?
Meeting lots
a barrier
of. Okay, we're not gonna
or a
enter.
blessing?
I almost
Their
did.
future may not
Almost
be in
did.
their
All right, so let's
hands.
continue to work through our outposts. We're gonna start with this one because we already did that. I'm just gonna hit the over button. All right. We do have another perfect spot here. Here is our perfect spot. So again, we're going to be looking to do like as much of a surround as possible on a harbor. So probably our harbor is going to get tucked into like a corner right here. And then, so that's probably our harbor spot. So our haven is going to be like here or here. So we're going to look, that's a 33.8. That's a 24.6. So we're going to take this 33.8 to kick things off. The Kothon then will probably end up in here. Oh, actually, no, the Kothon might end up right here. So we might go just back to back right here with these ones. But I'll take the 33.8 to start with. That's a 33.10, a 30.10, but that's fine because the Kothon also has the adjacency bonuses that we're going to want. So we can kind of split. That's splitting hairs at that point if we do it either way. So let's take this spot. We'll get that in. Move over here. We're going to get our Kothon in. We're looking for our perfect spot. We actually have two perfect spots here. We have one perfect spot over here and one perfect spot over here. This is on river and right next to where we're already building. I don't feel the need to put it in here necessarily. I feel like over here might be the play for this one. Let's see. This one's going to have better, I think it's going to have better numbers over here. So like if we were to put, so this would be the VOC spot. That's a 38. There's a couple 38 spots there, but if we were to go over here, oh, we're going to get 30-10. All right, well, that kind of settles it then. All right, so we do get better. We are going to get better adjacency over here because there's a 38. There's a 38 spot and there's a 30-10 spot for the Kothon. And then the harbor can tuck itself right in here. That could be the normal harbor, which we can then surround again with harbor. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm convinced. This is a lovely spot. All right, so we're going to take the 30-10 on this time for the haven. There. Here's another territory. Is there? Yep, there's a perfect spot here, so we want to get that in. Actually, there's, oh my gosh, wait, this one has 1, 2, 3 perfect spots. Okay. Let's see. 36-10, 33-10. I mean, we can kind of pick and choose here. There's a lot of great options. So that's a double 10 bonus, which means we're getting optimal like adjacencies for the water. So I think, yeah, I think our spot's going to be here. Now, are we going to possibly miss out on that 3 science? Yep, maybe. We might not ever get quite out to that spot, but I mean, that's not what we're playing for, right? That's because there's only one 10 spot around this. Whereas over here, we have 2 10s. 2 adjacencies that are 10, which I like. So we're gonna take that. All right, so we're gonna put in right here. I like that call. Here's another haven. We've got our perfect spot right here. So again, using the same methodology. The harbor's probably gonna go here, so our haven is gonna go in one of our next best spots. Actually, unfortunately for this particular spot, there's only one good adjacency location, but that's fine. We're gonna put the haven there. I'm probably going to regret that as soon as I see the Kothon, because the Kothon is such an amazing district. But that's fine. We'll still get decent adjacencies. So we'll plop the haven in right there. Fine. You'll notice we're spending a total of 33 influence putting these in. That's just insanity. For this one, our perfect VOC spot is right here. And so right there is where our harbor is going to go, right? Because we can surround it, literally surround it with market quarters, okay? None of our other things are going to be particularly great here, so we're not looking at, like, anything amazing as far as the 3 we're going to put down here. So we're going to put the Bandari in the middle, probably, and then we'll put on either side of it will be the other things. I mean, you're looking at much better stuff if you go... Well, we could go in this direction. Because it could go here as well. Okay, so yeah, actually our VOC goes here. Our VOC goes here, so that we can put in this really nice... Yeah, that will work well. So harbor, we're going to put the... That's a 4 and a 4. This one's just 8, though. So we're going to put the haven right here. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do that. We'll put the harbor in here, and then do this round. The VOC goes right here. Okay, okay. Okay, I like it. I like it. I'm convinced. Yeah, I almost messed that one up, I feel like. Alright, so our perfect VOC here is... Oh, you can build on top of those ice patches? Oh. Interesting. So our perfect VOC here is anywhere we want it to be, probably. There's not a lot of great locations, necessarily, for what we're trying to do. It's all going to be, what, +6s are probably the best we can get? There's a +6 there. There's a +6 and a +8 here. And a +8. Okay, so it's right here. So our VOC is going to go right here, which is fine. That's a +8, that's a +8, that's a +6. So that is going to work quite nicely for us. So let's go ahead and... Do we take the optimal? 27. We could put it on the... I want to see what it looks like on the ice, to be honest. Just replaces it. Just replaces it. That's fine. I like it. Okay. Alright, we'll go over here. We're going to grab our harbor. And where do we want these ones? There's more out here. I don't think we're going to need to be out there. Although there might be some... Based on what's happening out here, there might be some really nice adjacencies. That's a 10. Which gives us options of going in... we'll actually be going right here. There's a 9, there's a 9, there's a 9, there's a 9. Okay, so that's probably going to be our best bet. Unless there's 2 10s somewhere. But I don't think that's going to be true. Right. That's a 10, but there's only 3 spots around it. So this is our VOC right here. We got plenty of great spots to put things. Now, technically speaking, this 10 we probably want to be... No, our harbor could go right here. And then our haven can go here. Because we can put market quarters on both sides of that. Okay, so we're going to put the... That's fine, we'll put the haven here. Perfect. These guys... What are we looking at now? Probably somewhere in here is going to be our optimal spot. That's a +10, so that's nice. That's a 10-10 spot there, actually. 10-8. Okay. So if this is a 10-10, I guess our spot is right here. That's going to be our best. There's a 6, 8. Yeah, so that's 10 and that's 10. Just get them right next to each other. There's also an 8 right beside it, so that's not bad at all. Okay, so we'll put it here. 39 food. Chat. Look, we're on turn 59, and we're putting in a haven for 33 influence that is going to cost us, that is going to get us 39 food and 10 gold. With no other benefits. Like, straight up. And again, we don't get the gold right away, but, like, that 39 food is obscene. Now, with a tenant is doing most of the work there, obviously, but... Oh, my goodness. Alright, this is not... We can't put one in here, which we can see. This is our city. That's our other city. We'll put this one in already, and we're back around. So that's all of them. So we should see, throughout all of our territories, 0 ability to put in havens. So now we know we've done our job. The havens are all in. And so now we can move up. So if we move up, we're missing on what? We're missing out on this. That was going to be a next turn thing. That curiosity is going to disappear. It doesn't matter. We're not desperate for curiosities. We have all of our havens down in all of our spots because we have all of our claims in the territories that we need for the perfects. That's the only claims we've made. We've been very strategic in how we did that, right? So we only have claims on where there could be perfect VOCs with those the 4 harbors surrounded, right? So that's kind of what we've done. We can fill in the rest, and we'll try to fill in the rest with Kothons, right? We still want to get the rest of these in with Kothons, so that's where the rest of our influence will go for the next era, is getting the rest of our claims in, because we do want all of our 3 spots. They're not going to be 4 spot VOCs, but the 3 harbor spot VOCs are going to get, we want a Kothon around those, right? Otherwise, we're not optimizing our cities. So that leaves us with 66 influence left over. So what we're going to do, we're going to run this attach right away because that's going to be beneficial for our city. There are currently no people here, so it's literally just going to be a benefit. We don't have to think about like whether it's going to affect our anything like that. So let's pop this attach right here. We want to get our capital building. There's our expansionist star that we were looking for. That's going to get us another star. We'll grab some more expansion when we put these claims in, because as soon as we claim this, we're going to add it to Sidon to build up Sidon really nicely. And we do need to start thinking about getting more of our luxuries in as well, because that will obviously increase not only our stability, but also our gold production and whatever else we're doing. We do have 268 gold, so right before we move up here,
how are you today?
I'm just going to check my treaties really quick. We're going to do trade everything.
This proposition should
Pleasant.
be in all our best
Crap.
interests.
We should have proposed an alliance. That's my bad. 120 gold. I'm going to refuse that for now, because I'm going to just do an alliance.
No way to make this work.
We're going to do an alliance in just a little bit. We could buy this marble.
Very
I think that's going to be worth. We'll buy both of those. That should drain us of gold.
Are you wine or are you vinegar?
Hesitant, so I'm not going to offer the alliance yet.
If you seek the greater good,
See if we'll trade everything.
would
Oh,
all-
wow. They're being a little
I
stingy.
find your proposition
They're being a little
outlandish at
stingy.
best.
Okay, we're not going to
Duly
buy
noted.
these. Look how expensive these are. 168 gold at this point in the game. That is wild. Okay, and so now we'll go ahead and run our move up. Turn 59. Got all of our havens in. We're not waiting on any other outposts, right? Just to double check, we're not waiting on any other outposts. All the havens are in. All right, strat complete. And we are going to go ahead and pick the lovely Carthaginians. Here they are. Here is a huge, huge feature of the Carthaginians that make this strat kind of worth it. Minus 25% on all constructibles. So that goes throughout the entire game. Every time we buy something in with gold, it is going to be 25% cheaper. Later in the game, when we're basically just buying everything in because we have so much gold, you'll understand why this minus 25% is going to be hugely impactful over the course of time. Very nice. And then, of course, we get access to the Kothon. Look at the Kothon. This thing is so beautiful. Plus 10 district fortification. You get extra fortification out of this. It acts kind of like a garrison in a way. You got the minus stability. You got plus 3 industry per coastal water. Whoo, that's going to be nice. We get plus 2 industry per lake. That's the same thing. We get a worker slot. So now, out of our haven, we got a farmer slot and a merchant slot. Now, out of our Kothon, we're also going to add a worker slot. That's just out of our districts alone. And the Kothon counts as both a farmer's quarter, a market quarter, and a maker's quarter. A triple threat. Very rare. I will argue that the Kothon is one of the best emblematic districts in the game. I think that this is a phenomenal district. It is versatile. It is great for industry, but it's also going to get you food because it replaces the harbor, and so it actually does extract on food as well. Because it replaces the harbor, it extracts on everything in the water, and it's going to get you industry, and, like, I don't know. Look, the Carthaginians are one of my favorites. Let's hit the adopt button. We will confirm and move
As
up.
urban centers grow, both ideas and sewage are generated at a record pace. Arts and sciences flourish as military tactics and mathematical equations become as coveted as physical goods. Empires struggle to control these intangibles, however, as some might trouble their stability.
It might, or they will
Speaking
bow
of
before
dealing
us.
in intangibles, am I about to see lots of offers that can't be refused?
Probably, yes. Love all the upgrades that pop up and all of the land. Everything is upgrading. Beautiful. All right. We have entered the classical era. We're selling resources. People now feel pleasant about us. We can probably offer some alliances out. And what I want to check is... What was I just thinking? Well, let's check science first. I want to jump into the tech tree. We didn't burn any science. We were like moved up at the absolute perfect turn. We could get our city cap. We can get that in different ways. Trade expeditions get us a better transport galley. And actually, funnily enough, now that we moved... Oh, wait, no, we still have access. All of our units still have access to the Byreme, right? We should, because it's emblematic. Do we lose... Oh, that's actually... I'm interested in seeing this. What happened to our units in the water? Okay, so it's still a bireme, right? This guy, is this guy a bireme still? How do I tell? Doesn't actually say. He should still be a bireme, I would assume, right? He's still in the water, so that tells me it has to be, he still has to be a bireme, right? I would assume. I was wondering if because we lost access, because we're now not the Phoenicians, but we still have access to their unique unit, right? We still have access to their emblematic, or do we? I actually know how that works. Because they always stay, right? Because it's a water, because it's a transport unit, it's so weird. But apparently they stay. So we want to check out what tech do we want access to next. Now, getting access to our research quarters and putting a few of them down is always a great idea. Artificial reservoirs, water mills, and aqueducts are hugely important. Hydrology is a big one. We do want to look forward to see if there's anything crazy good that we want to get later on in this one. Not particularly, although this interpreter's one with the -10 resource cost is really nice. So we can think about that. I think we probably want to go straight through just to hydrology. I think hydrology is going to be our best bet here. So let's tech hydrology first. I don't particularly care at this point for this particular strat which of these happen.
I have a proposition.
Yeah, we
for
can
you.
share
Yes,
those.
I cannot dispute the benefit.
Can I
in
propose
that.
an alliance without... Oh, no, I need influence. So we're not going to do that. I do have some money.
We seem to be riding a wave of good cheer.
We can't trade everything. So that's fine.
How you doing, friend?
Trade everything with Nox, but that's fine. We can propose an alliance. No, it costs me money. We gotta wait.
All those of honest intent may have my ear.
I don't want to buy these gemstones. I can't buy the horses, so we don't have anything to purchase right now. So that's fine. So we can wait through them. All right, let's move these guys around. We're just looking for curiosities again. All the curiosities should have respawned. The other thing we need to think about is... That's what I wanted to check. That's what I wanted to check. I want to check wonders. Now, wonders are going to get snatched up really fast. My plan is to get Lighthouse. Why? Because it's a harbor-based one. just to accentuate the strat. It does nothing for us except for it gets us our Navy units better. Now, I will tell you this. One of my favorite pairings in the game, we're not going to see it in this particular version, but one of my favorite pairings in the game is Lighthouse of Alexandria with the Norse. Because the Norse also have extra movement on their naval units as their kind of baseline trait, their ability. And with Lighthouse, if you're in the water playing the Norse and you've built Lighthouse, you can fly across the map. It is amazing. So that's something that we're going to think about. The rest of these are all great. Like, we could grab some of these. Like, they're all great. Colossus would be another one that would look really cool because it's got to be put on the water. So, you know, we could claim these just for funsies, but it won't be necessary. We'll probably try to grab Lighthouse because it feels reminiscent of the harbor. If we can, we might even try to claim Colossus. Likelihood is we might not get either of them because we didn't have enough influence to grab one, and every single AI will now move up on the next turn. So they might just snag all of them, potentially. It's entirely possible that's what they do.
Off we go.
We're just
A
gonna
new
explore.
independent people.
Where?
And who are they?
On our
Time
land?
will tell if they are helpful, helpless, or history.
We have shared maps with somebody now, and so I think we're getting like constant like little reminders of things like that are happening off screen. Okay, that's fine. We'll do this, and then we're going to go. Oh, they already moved. They headed towards a curiosity that was no longer.
So,
there.
will this independent people be an ally or an enemy? A barrier or a blessing? Their
I've actually
future may
explored
not
a
be in
bunch
their
of this map.
hands.
Do we have any units I can cut across in the water yet? I'll have to find out. Alright. These guys, I guess, are just... They're in exploring mode. We're just gonna keep them... I could probably put these guys on auto-explore at this point. On this continent. You know what? I'm gonna put these guys on auto-explore so I don't have to mess with them anymore. I'm gonna put these guys also on... these guys have got aggressive free peoples. They might get themselves into trouble. Let's try to get them away from these aggressive free peoples if at all possible. And then I'll put them on auto-explore. These guys are sitting on what should be our next claim. This claim should be our next claim.
We'll wait.
Leave. And what about this guy? This guy I'm taking... I guess I'm going to take this guy.
Follow me.
I'll take him north myself. Just so we get some good exploration. Alright, Byblos has put in their artist's quarter. I believe we built in one of these. Yeah. I'm almost convinced that we could do another. as our next build. We got 29 food. We're on expert policy. We have 37 excess food right now, which is nice. Our next guy's going to go into industry. We could start looking at what it's going to gain us. We're not worried about our stability currently. And we don't technically have a maker's quarter in, so we can think about that. I think I want to just start getting our... I think we just got to keep putting artisans' quarters in, right? Plus 2% money via gold. I think I want the production first. Let's take the production first. Let's keep putting these in. Just going to keep building those and builds. All right, so I think we're good. You will notice that if we wanted to, we could come around and start putting our Kothons in. What? Kothons for 33 influence as well? No way! So we could put this in. Again, our spot for this Kothon in this particular place is probably going to be right next to this. Again, because we can stick our harbor here. So 18 and 9. That is... Yeah, I get 9 production. When we connect this all... Oh, Lord, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing! Okay, so I think that's good on our move-up turn. I think we're prepared. We just need to start saving up influence to make some of our claims, right? So we need to get all of our claims in during this era. During the classical era, we need to get all of our claims in because we want to connect all our cities up. We definitely want to put all our Kothons in on our coastal cities, even the ones without the perfect spots, right? So they're not going to have havens in those ones, but they will get the Kothon, the Bandari, and the harbor. So let's end turn, and then let's keep an eye. We might actually spend our influence on a wonder here. How much is a wonder again? 250? So we're not going to have the 250. And we might get... That's 4 move-ups. That's what's going to happen every time. Violence has salted a trade route. Well, that's rude. Let's see how many wonders disappeared. Statue of Zeus snagged right away. Icarus is like, give me Statue of Zeus. I want it. Beautiful. Okay. Should I just put these guys on Auto Explorer? I think I'm just gonna put these. Let's just... I'm gonna eliminate some of my work here every turn. These guys can't go on Auto Explorer yet.
Come over here.
They're just looking around. Those guys are going to put claims in for us. We're going to hold and try to grab Lighthouse. This guy's just exploring. Let's just put him on River. And then we'll start working towards claims. Let's take a peek at what's going on over here. Oh, that's coast right there. Interesting. We'll pop in over here and see what happens. If we can cross right there. I bet we can. Okay, these guys are now past... the aggressive free peoples. I wonder if I should just send them across. I'm going to send them straight across and try to get in the water. Let's just get as far away from these free peoples as possible. We need to start investing in some of these free people's relationships at some point, but I'm really focused on showing off the harbor strat, so I'm not doing... Some things I'm not doing optimally. Again, I'm going to hold because I think I want to try to grab a wonder. Where are these guys? Oh yeah, we're going north. Let's just get them north. I'll get them to the north, and then we will put Auto Explorer on. Because I'm kind of done with running these units around. I think we've optimized our exploration on these continents quite nicely. We'll take the one all the way across and get in the water. Try to get to the New World. Maybe even put some claims in. Alright, my merchants trek the world. Oh, knowledge authorities. This one's huge. Alright, so now that we are here, we can grab... foreign innovations. Am I going to spend right now? I want the wonder. This is a huge one. If you were running a game where you were going to be trading, this particular civic is one of the best civics in the game. Foreign innovations. +1 science per number of trade routes on city or outpost. When you go and look at some of your cities, even if you're in early game and you're trading with people, you will notice that the number of trade routes gets really high, really fast. This science boost is enormous. I'm going to put this in as soon as I can, but I want to make sure we are spending our influence appropriately. I think our science per turn is just fine. And so I'm going to hold on this, but this is usually an instant buy. This is an instant purchase for me normally, but I want to claim that wonder because I would like to get I'd like to get one of those wonders, you know.
Another empire has opened an embassy. A powerful symbol of diplomacy. And a hotbed of rumor, gossip,
Colossus is really cool. We'll see if we can get it. Let's grab Lighthouse, because it's the more harbor-esque. So I'm gonna grab this. It's gonna cost us 250. It's fine. I'd like to grab Colossus too, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I didn't actually hear what the narrator was telling me. That's this guy we're moving to the north, I believe, and then we'll put him on Auto Explorer. Next turn, maybe I'll stick him up in the top. This guy is just exploring our own territory. Keeping an eye out for luxuries. This guy's ready to put a claim in. So this is the next claim we'll make. We'll get this claim in. Oh no, sorry. We're going to get this claim in next so we can get Sidon attached to something. And then we'll put that other claim in because that's going to be a city. The city's probably not going to go in unless we find ourselves flush with influence until after we get all our Kothons in. So we want to save for those Kothons. All right, let's make sure we're just kind of poking our heads around everywhere. Looking for curiosity still with these guys. That guy's in spot for a claim. We're gonna move here, and then... Oh, man, what? Okay, we can cross up here, right? Let's play it safe. We'll swing him around here, we'll cross here, and then we'll see what's going on over here. That might... Oh, no, that's a different continent. That's right. This runs all the way through here, because I sent a unit through that in our previous game. This map is really cool. I've been very much enjoying this map. Oh yeah, these guys are going all the way across. So that's a mountain range. Is that a deer still on the map? I mean, I guess we could just fight the deer. Get him some experience, you know? Oh wait, yeah, if we could sit back here. Said deer will... Wait, did he not come to us? Wait. Oh, man, are you kidding me?
Let's go.
The deer actually played it smart? Defeat. We lost to the deer because he didn't attack us. I thought he was going to attack us. That's so funny. Oh, my gosh. Okay. The question is, do we want to put Lighthouse in? And if we want to build it now, where do we build it? I mean, we have to build it if we want to take a shot at getting the Colossus of Rhodes. I don't think we're going to have the influence to get Colossus of Rhodes. So maybe we just... I mean, we can put it in. It's just not critical to put in right now. So maybe we don't take a shot at Colossus. We'll just hold. We could get another Cloud Shrine in. We want to put it in... Not in Sidon. We'd want it in this... Where's Sidon's best attachment? Oh, this doesn't have anything either. So Sidon actually is not a great spot for a holy site. This other city is a great spot for a holy site. For sure. We can start cranking some stuff out of that. Sidon will not be a great spot. They don't have a lot of luxuries to be trading. That's unfortunate. Oh, Sidon can actually build in their Kothon. I like the Kothon. So we can actually put the Kothon in here. That's probably our next build in Sidon. We'll probably get their Kothon build. Here, I think we're just gonna keep... Let's just keep cranking... Let's just keep cranking these guys out. They're good on food, so we'll just keep doing that. Okay. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I think we're good. Let's go one more turn. This guy going north. Is those guys gonna attack me? Oh, those guys look like they were, like, running right at me. They're peaceful. I was terrified.
Off we go.
We're exploring this guy. This guy's waiting for a claim. This guy's exploring. We'll just pop out here and then I guess just go back. This guy's coming out this way. Oh, we can go straight across. Yeah, that's some nice movement. Alright, so we're across and exploring with him. What are these guys doing? Oh yeah, these guys are cutting... Oh yeah, these guys tried to fight a deer and lost. Oh, that ended up costing me a whole turn, right? Because we didn't actually get the movement out of that because we lost the fight. What a bummer. What a bummer. New Civic. Let's see. This is actually interesting for us, right? So +1 trader slot per market quarter. That slides us all the way in the direction that we want to go. Or +1 farmer slot per farmer's quarter. Normally speaking, I want to take this farmer slot, and we're probably still going to do that. We're not going to do it now because we're saving influence, but we got a couple of really big civics that we want to remember to put in, so I have to remember to do that later on in one of our future episodes. But that is going to be our episode for this time. I think we got some great stuff done. That took way longer than I wanted it to, so we'll play much faster next time. Obviously, I wanted to show off exactly where to put those havens. We are trucking along in the classical era as the Carthaginians. We've got exploration going in every which direction. We have not found the New World yet. So we've got Sarge as this beautiful continent to themselves. We've got Icarus on this beautiful continent to themselves. We have Nox on this continent. It's huge. This continent is enormous. It runs full north-south. That is a full north-south continent. And I don't know. There might be some claims to be made over here potentially. There's no great VOCs here. We already lost our perfect VOC here. That claim would have been nice to get up here. But it's not, again, I don't want to over cheese it. I'm wondering if this is the New World over here. So it looks like there's a continent down here. So it could be New World here, or there's going to be one or two more continents out in the fog. So we're going to try to get out to those spots, see if we can see them. And then our plan is we get all our claims in, get our Cothons in, and then we're off and away out of the classical era. So that's the big move, is we got to get the claims done. We're not going to connect them yet, but we're going to get the claims in because we got to put our Cothons in all of our territories. We can't just single out the perfect spots for the Cothons. We want to get Cothons everywhere because every 3 spot now needs a Cothon as well. So that's what we'll be doing, is getting all those claims in, optimizing and making our own continent beautiful. And then we'll be searching for the New World to see if we can get claims there as well. That is going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel so you can see when I release my next video. Sunday mornings or Sunday midday-ish, depends on your time zone, is when I release these. We'll continue this Harbor Strat series, and then, as I promised, because we ended up having to play this one on Hamlet difficulty, which kind of sucks, but it's how it needed to be. As promised, my next Let's Play series will be on Humankind difficulty with some very normal, like, default type map settings, so we can really see how a game of Humankind plays out at the highest difficulty level. So that will kick off after this one. But we'll continue this. This one will be continued next week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.